say she want hood nigga. I keep the perk by the pound. The trunk stay bumped and y'all know we run the town. Hood nigga. And I keep a bad bitch around. Thick bitch, long hair, yellow, white, red, brown. Hood nigga. And my Chevy sitting on 24s. Flats look like flapjack. Pancake, you ain't no hood nigga. I'ma play the game how it go. They can take me out the hood, but I'ma keep it hood, folks. I'm on that good and alcohol. I got some down bitches I can't call. What's that? I don't know what I'ma do without y'all. I'ma fall till the day I fall. Yeah, as long as my bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate as long as my bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate as long as these bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate as long as these bitches love me. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this super fly, dirt, coast, muddy water. Shorty, pop that pussy if you wanna. Let me tell you about this old school pouring lean, candy yams and collard greens, pocket full of stones, riding clean.
Well, I'm just one parlay away from a new house, new car. I'm just one parlay away. Trust I'ma take us far. I'm just one parlay away. One parlay away. One parlay away. Oh, I took the Chiefs on over, took my homes on yards. Everything is going good so far. Lakers beating the Knicks, spread is only 6. 2 minutes left in the game, baby. I'm about to hit. Ow!
I need out, yeah, I need out. Blood pressure higher than a body count. Tomorrow she has to go. She's a mama. I think I married a hoe. Married a hoe. I said, mama, I think I married a hoe. I made a mistake, mama. No, oh no. I want you. A man can't do nothing for you. All these hoes ain't loyal. All these hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. 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 These hoes ain't loyal. When a rich brother wants you and your man
Now don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.
Well, we back up in here again, y'all. Hold on, let me get my Otis. I need my Otis. Need my Otis. Need that. Need that. Need that. Man, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all, to another one. Another episode. Let's talk with Jeffrey Jordan. I am your host. Let's talk with JVJ. It's me, baby. It's me, baby. It's me. And shout out to the chat. I see Crystal up in the building. I see Hurricane up in the building, man. Salute, 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 salute. Man, we about to have fun tonight. But before we do have fun, y'all need to do something for me. Y'all need to do a favor for your boy, man. I need y'all to hit that like, subscribe, share, turn them notifications on if you haven't. And if you did turn them on, make sure you got all click. Make sure you click all. So you know every time we drop some of this hot shit, you know, like Dylan, we spit hot fire around here. And y'all just need to recognize, you need to listen to it, and you'll see. But look, man, we about to cover some internet controversy, some internet drama tonight that I'm obviously behind the fucking 8 ball on. Ain't nobody want to tell me nothing. I'm just walking around here thinking I'm doing my thing, you know, just covering the stuff that's important. And I missed out on all this shit. And I'm just finding out about it. So we got to talk about it tonight, y'all. We got to talk about it tonight, man. ABBA and Preach have been on a mission. AKA, ABBA's been on a mission. I'll be honest with you, because I don't think Preach really gives two fuck about this shit. As long as it make money, it makes sense to him. But ABBA actually has a personal, emotional vendetta on this one. And the latest target for ABBA's ferocity, that's the word I'm going to use, ferocity, is the good old coon-ass Officer Tatum. And this one actually got pretty interesting, y'all. It got pretty interesting. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was a little funny to me. And I thought we were gonna talk about it because when ABBA make 2 videos on the motherfucker, you already know they in on it. They just waiting on the motherfucker to say something else. And we already seen how they did Myron and all that. That shit is funny. That shit's funny as fuck. And we're gonna talk about it tonight, y'all. We're gonna talk about it tonight. So as usual, get your cigarettes, get your weed. Y'all see how happy I am to talk about this? This shit actually, I was like, why ain't nobody tell me about this shit, y'all? I'm actually very interested in talking about this tonight. But as usual, get your cigarettes, get your weed, get whatever you need. Because we're about to get into it. And without further ado, ABBA and Preach. It's gonna be funny, y'all. Let's go.
I saw this clip going viral, and it did make me chuckle. It involves Officer Tatum and his opinions on men crying. Let me make sure I know exact. 2 years ago about men crying, he said some
It does, Hurricane. Yes. Yeah. Hey, let me put that comment up there real quick. Like, it does. It does. It does say that. It does say that. Because it was.
interesting thing. So why don't we just take a look at that together?
I would say that a lot of women are going to lose attraction for you if you cry in front of them. Weak men are viewed as unattractive. And you can make the argument that crying can be viewed as a weakness.
I think that men should not show all of their emotions to women, because women judge men very harshly on that. I would never cry in front of my wife.
Really?
I just wouldn't.
What if your kid died?
That's a different thing. I mean, I would try not to cry in front of my wife if my kid died. I'm her foundation. I'm her strong point. Mm-hmm. I'll cry on my own. But if everything is going south, I want my wife to know I'm strong in that situation. I heard a guy say this, is that when my father passes away, which everybody's parent is going to pass away, I'm not going to cry at his funeral. I don't want to cry at his funeral. I want my father to know that I'm strong enough to stand up and have this conversation. I've compartmentalized what has happened.
I'm very angry because you don't get your lick back.
Now, y'all about to see where it's about to go. He talked about if his child died like the girl threw it out there. If his child died, would he cry? He was like, no, he wouldn't cry. He'd do everything he could do to not cry. And then it was like, okay, well, what if your father died? He brought that one up, and it was like, yeah, I would be strong. You know, my father, he know I got to be strong. Now this white boy he used to work for dies, and he just over here crying all over the internet. So you wouldn't cry for your child, who will be black. You wouldn't cry for your father, who is obviously was going to be black, but you'll cry for this white dude that you have no association with besides he gave you a paycheck for doing work for him. Y'all see where this is about to go. just want to give y'all a heads up.
This is a sickness.
For me,
How
you
can
suffer.
hold
I
your
think you
tears?
suffer in silence.
You have to-
That's what I think.
I thought it was meme music at first. I didn't realize this was put up by the Daily Derek. I know what that is, but
You say you had men cry in front of you. That's why you're not with
Sometimes
it.
I look up videos of like army dads
Yeah.
coming home and surprising their kids just because I want to cry, and then I'll watch it and I'll
You wanna
cry.
cry?
And
I've
great.
teared up and
It's
cried over stuff
healthy.
like that, but
But
I
not in front of
Those
them.
videos are
I
really
don't do
good.
that in front of people.
You have to
Just
do
imagine you going to war. You got the guy on the
Yeah.
front line and he crying.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, wait a minute, dude.
Then you'll be
We gonna
like-
lose this, or you?
Yeah.
Says the person that never served in the military. I'm trying to hear that. Says the person that never served in the military. Let him say that one more time. Cause this motherfucker ain't never served in the military, but you know he wanna get scenarios of things that he's never experienced.
That,
But not in front of
Those
them.
videos are
I
really
don't do
good.
that in front of people.
You have to
Just
do
imagine you
that.
going to war. You got the guy on the
Yeah.
front line and he crying.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, wait a minute, dude.
Been there, done that, dealt with it. We still got the job done.
you'll
We
be
gonna lose this, or you?
Yeah.
Like my dude, we would do SWAT hits, and some of the dudes they were tough. They were hard around the edge, man. And you don't see them sweat, and it gives everybody.
Man, stop the cap, man. Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta do
The
it.
lie detector test determined that was a lie.
How many videos have I covered on Cop Night on Thursdays where y'all need to tune in? 8:05. We changed it to 8:05 p.m. Central Time. How many times have I covered videos where these white cops do some crazy ass shit and then start crying right afterwards? Hyperventilating, passing out. I've covered multiple videos like that. So Tatum, maybe the guys you were around, you're anecdotal. Men cry. I'm not saying that men should be crying out here like how women cry and how kids cry. Obviously, we shouldn't be crying at that level, but sometimes it gets to that point where you got to drop some tears. Dude, I cried at my grandma's funeral. My grandma passed away this year. I was crying so much, I had to get my ass up and walk up out of that motherfucker because I felt embarrassed. And that's what it really is, the way we feel how we will be perceived with other people seeing us weak like that. But yeah, I'm like, dude, my child passed away. What? I'm not gonna cry. What? My father? What? Like, bro, you capping right now, and you crying over a white boy man, what? He gave you a few paychecks, bro. Shut the hell up, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
It encouraged me to be like, man, that's the baddest mother. Then that means I need to be bad.
Oh, Abba back at it again. Oh, hold on. We gotta hit the whole song. Abba ain't gonna lie, man. He might be a new DJ.
And
Let's
you don't
go.
see them sweat.
One more
And it
time.
gives everybody encouragement to be
I
like,
might
man,
get
that's
up and
the
dance
baddest
to it,
mother.
y'all.
Then that means I need to be bad.
I might get up. Hey. I'm gonna dance like they dance. Like this. This how they dance, like white people. No, I can't. Why is that it? Why is that it? Why is that Hey, they should have did a little bit longer. They should have did a little bit longer.
You know what the thing is?
yeah, top.
I don't mind that he cries for Kirk. That's not what a problem is. Like, you don't feel safe crying in front of your wife. That's probably the only person I feel safe crying about. That's fine. If you don't, that's okay. Your dad would die, and then you're like, nah, not even he needs to know. He needs to know that I was crying.
Hey, listen, some of you brothers are not.
Well, Kirk is saying that you a bitch from heaven.
Hey, listen.
by that logic.
Them
Some
motherfuckers
of
didn't go to
you
heaven.
brothers are not beating the Zaddy Kirk allegations. I understand what he was saying in the first
Hey,
clip,
ain't gonna lie, this got good
where,
beat.
in this traditional sense,
That's got good
some
beat.
men feel like they can't afford to be emotional in dark times because the people who lean on them will feel destabilized. Like I've heard that narrative before. And it's not entirely without merit.
So you had men cry in front of you. That's why you're not with them.
Any woman who would judge you because you cried at your father's funeral is probably not someone you want to be married to.
Hold on.
You're goddamn right.
See, a lot of people, and this is one thing that I had an issue with people that were in the so-called red pill, who and other people like him, because Officer Tatum tried to pretend like he was in it too, and he gravitated to it a lot. A lot of these people went alt-right like a motherfucker, alt-right like this, Heil Hitler type shit. That's type shit they was on. These motherfuckers were A to B thinkers. Just straight up A to B thinkers. If it's hot, turn the heat off. But what if you're outside though, bitch? So we got to talk about C. it's like we gotta think beyond just an A to B type mindset. And these motherfuckers have a straight line. They can't think in any type of comprehensive way to figure out this problem might be a little bit more complex than this simple thing that you're trying to make it out to be. Like, bruh, men cry. And what Abba just said is completely true. Like, if you got an issue where you can't, and I still advise guys not to do it on the regular, like just don't be crying all the fucking time. But if a situation where your father passed away or your child passed away, bro, you should have a green light to cry and show your emotions. That's your blood. And if a woman judge you for it, you shouldn't be with that bitch. You shouldn't be with her. You shouldn't be with her. Plain and simple. That's some real red pill shit right there. If a bitch gonna judge you for crying over your child dying and your father dying, that bitch need to get the fuck on. Get that hoe away from you. She ain't there for you. That's some real red pill shit. But the red pill shit he trying to push is, I don't cry in front of nobody. Bro, I was crying like a little baby at my grandma's funeral, bro. Straight up. And sometimes I be watching basketball and football, pretty much sports highlights, and people do some amazing shit, especially like them Special Olympic shit. I be tearing up, bro. Because it's amazing to see people do shit outside of their own ability, along with losing people that's very close to you that you cared about. Like, bro, I had tears pop up in my head. Like, usually do I be in the house by myself when I'm watching that shit? Yeah. But hey, when I was in that church, it was a whole bunch of people in there for my grandma, and they saw my ass walking out the back door, tears running down my motherfucking face, bro. Like, shit, bro. Like, it's levels to this shit, bro. You got to think beyond that. That ain't it, bro.
Any woman who would judge you negatively because you cried at your child's funeral, which was his first example, probably not someone you want to be with. Oh, I'll never find someone. You're delusional. Okay, the idea that like most women out there are gonna hate on you because you cried at your child's funeral, like I don't know. I think that's pretty stupid, and I think it's without merit. I think it's just like caricature of ladies who like see a man cry and their vaginas dry up like the Sahara Desert. I don't know. I don't believe that. I think if you guys,
I do believe that, but I believe if a woman really cares about you, she actually values you in her life, she really loves you, she's not going to judge you like that. Now, outside people, man, shit, people are bullies, man. I don't care if you're a man, woman, or a child. People bully and people make fun of people all the time. Look at his ass over there crying. I heard men say it, I heard women say it, I heard kids say it. But if it's somebody that actually cares about you and really, like, truly, really cares about you, they're not going to be the ones to do it. But yeah, I've seen men and women do it. I've seen dudes crying on videos uncovered. I laughed at that shit like it was funny as fuck. It wasn't my pain. I couldn't feel what they was feeling. And I didn't know them motherfuckers. So I don't know what Abba talking about right now, though. It can go across the board, man. I believe it's majority than the minority. But, you know, either way, neither here nor there. Neither here nor there.
Spent time around women enough. I don't think you guys believe it either. I think that's just something they say online to paint the other side as like this. But
my question is, who are these women that you spend your time with? To think like that they're all like that. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe I'm the problem in that thing. Maybe I'm not. I really don't get it. Like, I'm baffled sometimes when I hear you talk about these women that are around you, or it's really just what you see on your algorithm of social media. You need to get out there and touch some grass and see what's out there, because that's not the reality. My God.
Yeah,
it is a reality. Though.
I think it's okay not to
that.
cry. No one's saying you have to perform and start doing things on demand because someone died. It's okay not to. I think it's weird to make a rule and tell yourself in the future how you're going to react to the most tragic thing in your life, potentially. I'm not going to cry at my wife's funeral because my kids might see it. God forbid your kids see that you're sad. God forbid they see you actually destabilized by the loss of your life partner. You know, it's just, a lot of it's silly. And I think most kids can agree on this. The few times that I did see my father cry, which is maybe twice in total, there was not a single moment where I thought more of him after the fact. You know, how many times do you have an experience with someone across from you, your parent, and you may have never seen them as immigrants, especially, we push that on our kids a lot, right? So you've never seen them, and then one day you see them be emotional. Oh, you're human, right? You lose that veneer of the parent who's this deity or what. No, it's good to see them as humans, because a lot of them are suffering in silence, and it's not good. And then we grow up and we take that shit on. So that's why I don't like what he said before.
I had this moment with my dad, and it was this summer, and we were talking, and we each had like a glass of wine or whatever. But I was like sharing how it is hard being single and 29 and just feeling like you're like old and all this stuff. And yeah. And so
Brian, the guy who runs this podcast, is so corny.
Hey, the sad part is, though, they did exactly kind of what the hell they said the women would do. She's talking about being 29 and single and how that makes her feel. And you started chuckling over there. Well, I would hope that she would also understand that that's kind of how some people would look at guys. Like, look, people are going to judge you. I believe there are women that will be with a guy that will judge a dude for crying and shit in public. And I always tell dudes to hold that shit together. But there's certain times where that shit should go out the window. The man's supposed to be strong. He's supposed to carry his weight. Supposed to be the protector of the family and all that with stuff. That's just standard. I don't care what red pill, black pill, pink pill, whatever the fuck pill you own. But that should be standard. The man's supposed to be the protector of the family and shit, so he should be strong. But there are situations where that man can show emotion. And if anybody judges him for showing emotion in that moment, like, bitch, you just need to get the fuck on away from him. Like, if that bothers you so much, you just need to get the fuck away from him. But they judge her right there, and that's something that I would think most women would have an issue with, like being at that point of getting to a certain age and not having what you think is traditionally pushed to you and feeling some type of way. And they just chuckle. You're doing the exact same thing that you said the women do to you when you fucking express your emotions.
I hate that dude. He doesn't even have much in terms of opinion, but dude's so...
Why? Because she said that it was tough to be
29, and he went like, bitch, let me remind you. She was trying to share a vulnerable moment. Dude didn't even hesitate.
And he actually...
Wait, you started crying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She's crying for no reason. She has nothing to worry about.
He says you have no reason to cry, and he's literally on a podcast where they remind women that they're used goods after.
Take it to a whole nother level. So what if your girl cried at you when you cried over your dad dying? It's just like everybody dies. What you crying over? Would she be justified? Exactly, stupid.
It's a funny word. But, you know, Tatum's not one of those crazy people who's like, men showing emotion is inherently bad. If you watch the full clip, which, you know, I'll play a little bit more just to give him a shot before everyone shits on him.
So you think if a man shows his emotion makes him a less man?
No. I just think men shouldn't do it. I don't think it make you less of a man if your emotions, like, for instance, if something tragic happened and I was in the room with my wife and it caused me to start crying or something, I'm not going to be like, throw her out of the room. You got to leave the room. You can't see me like this. It's just that I know when emotions happen to me and I refrain from exposing that emotion in front of people.
So there you have it, folks.
And look, I'll just say this. I'm gonna get a lesson real quick, like for why men have always been told to restrain their emotions, because we can fuck shit up. That's it. It has nothing to do with anything else about crying when your mama died, your daddy died, your children died, somebody very close to you passed away. People want men to restrain their emotions. We can pass it down throughout history is because men can fuck shit up. That's the only reason. You don't want an emotional man around you. You don't want a man that acts like a woman when it pertains to his emotions because he has the capability of fucking shit up. That's it. That's it. Let's stop doing all this fucking Chinese checker shit and just call it for what it is. Men have the capability to take a lot of people off this earth if they get to a certain emotional point. Now, can women do it? Yes, but they cannot do it as effectively as most men can, on average. I ain't gonna say there ain't no women that can come out here that can't come out here and take some dudes out, take some people out, period. Take some kids out. There are women out here that can do it. But the probability of getting a better result of taking people off the planet, men have the best capability. That's like saying, okay, we need to climb this mountain. Okay, you get in the Toyota Tundra and you get in the Toyota Corolla. Who you think gonna climb the mountain first? They both can probably get up that mountain. But that Tundra probably gonna get up there a lot faster than that goddamn Corolla. The men of the Tundra, they can cause more damage. So you tell the people that can cause more damage to control themselves for the benefit of everybody else. Like, we need to stop playing that game, man. It's not really that fucking complicated. But you know, yeah, whatever.
You know,
Fuck, I'm gonna
he's
play.
not completely. Well, you know, I think he forgot how to compartmentalize here.
You know, you don't get your lick back.
You know, but normally he's very good at putting things in a box and not crying. Normally,
That's not how emotions work. It's one-dimensional way of seeing emotions. You know what I mean? You don't know how you're gonna act, especially when you grieve. You don't know. Maybe you're not gonna cry now.
Yeah.
And then fucking 6 months later at the grocery store, boom. Why? Because you picked up your father's favorite cereal, and then it reminds you of a bunch of stuff, and then boom, you're crying just there.
Facts.
Like, it's not like the way these people are speaking, they speak sometimes with the confidence of someone that is a professional in that realm. And I'm like, well, have they even experienced life? Yeah, let me just ball it up and then just, you don't know. You just don't know. But the problem is even more than that. Not crying in front of your wife, not crying in front of your people, or when some of you people are at your dad's funeral, at your father's funeral, but you cry at Daddy Kurt's
on the internet?
On the internet while filming. There's something wrong with you. Well, I said that shit before, and I said it again. I'm gonna say it again. Filming yourself while crying is crazy. You wouldn't do it in front of the people that you love, the people that are the closest to you, but you're gonna share it with strangers. Nah. I can't take that person seriously. Sorry.
Can't do it.
Look, when I see people do that shit, crying on camera and shit on the internet, this is what I do.
Brother, what's that?
That's where I be at.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
You know, if you're being extra charitable, he said this 2 years ago, and you know, maybe this is the accumulation. I think, you know, it's like people saying, oh, if I get attacked, I'll do this, I'll do that. You don't know what the fuck you're going to do in that situation. You have an idea. You can have like this thought in your head, but once that shit hits you, you can't control it. Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yep.
And the death of someone close to you is like a punch in the face. I've seen quite a few people around me die, and I don't think it gets easier. The first time it happens, you're just lost. Then the second and third, fourth, fifth time, like at some point you're like, oh, I know what this is, but those emotions are still going to hit you. I think as humans, there's an arrogance to ourselves that we think we can control things much more than we can. It's a bit of a delusion. And that delusion is what leads a lot of people to take their own lives. It leads a lot of people to have this PTSD or these issues like depression where they feel like if they just control everything, they're going to, it's like, there's a lot of this stuff that you can't control. And the sooner you're able to accept that, the sooner you're going to actually have more of a control over the situation itself.
Accepting
the reality that you can't control something is actually probably a better position of control than pretending you can and having no grip on it. Why? Because when
I see, a lot of people might not understand this deep thought that they having right now, because this is an actual deep thought. And I wanted to expound on this when I heard this shit the first time. It's like, y'all hear NFL players and NBA players, like athletes, period, say, I try to control the things that I can control. They're pretty much relinquishing the duty of things that they can't control. Like, if the owner doesn't like me, if the fans don't like me, if the coach doesn't like me, all I can do is do what I'm supposed to do. And there's a guideline of what I'm supposed to do. Come in here, train, do what I'm supposed to do, show up on time, try to improve, work on my stuff. That's all you can do. And let the cards fall where they fall. A lot of people still think that they run shit. And those are a lot of the people that I see struggling in the world today. They think they run this shit. They think their word carries weight or some shit. It's like, nah, when you understand that, like, I can't control that this motherfucker's racist. I can't control this motherfucker just an asshole. I can't control this motherfucker's a lazy piece of shit. I can't control that. All I can control is me coming in here, doing what I need to do, and going on about my business. It takes a lot of fucking stress off your life. Then you stop giving a fuck. You stop giving a fuck about shit that you know you can't control. You can only do what you can do. A lot of people, like I say it all the time for my religious folks, the Lord ain't gonna put nothing on you that you can't bear. I believe a lot of people put more shit on top of themselves and they can't bear that shit. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Somebody else's problem is not your problem. It's not. I'm not telling everybody to be selfish and not look out for people when you're in a position to look out for somebody. But if it comes at the detriment that you're gonna be harmed by trying to fix somebody else's problem, no, it ain't your job to do it. There's somebody else in a better position that can fix that problem for them. And that person that needs that problem fixed for them need to be receptive to that person in a higher position to help them fix it. Because I know a lot of people that have problems that want you to fix their problem, but they want you to fix their problem on their terms, not on yours. But you're the one that's going to provide all the help. It's like, it don't work like that. I believe a lot of people put unnecessary pressure on themselves, and they need to stop. People hit me up about shit all the time. I promise you, some of this shit go in one ear and out the other. You're not fucking up my je ne sais quoi, or whatever the fuck they call that shit. I don't know. I know I mispronounced that shit. Y'all in India play, or whoever the hell, wherever it comes from. Please don't get mad at me. But nah, that's what they getting at. That's what they getting at right now, man. You can't control everything. Stop trying to. And honestly, that's a narcissistic trait. Trying to control everything. If it's outside of control, leave it the fuck alone, bro. Just do what you can do. Control what you can control.
When reality hits you in the face and you have zero control, you have the juxtaposition between where you're positioned and what happened. But when a wave of emotion hits me and I'm like having that experience, I'm like, I never had a control to begin with. It's a lot easier to get through it.
But the thing that you could do is block it.
Yeah.
Right. That's just a reaction to PTSD, right? Death happened when I was really young. It kept happening, and when you're young and you don't know how to count, you don't know how to deal with that. What can happen is that you block it, and you block that emotion, or you transfer it into something else. So the sadness you don't feel no more because that hurts so much. So you transfer it into anger. Problem is, it catches back. It catches up. It catches up to you. The older you are, and the more that you refrain from expressing those emotions, the worse it's going to be when it's going to catch up to you.
I don't think it's good for your people around you either.
No, it's not good for your people
because
around you.
Because they don't feel safe to also share with you how they're feeling, because they don't want to. How many girls do I know who don't want to burden their parents or their family members or even their partners a lot of times with their emotions because of the fact that they grew up in environments where you're just not supposed to. Kids do that with their own parents because their parents are like that. They internalize that and they become like that. So it becomes generational to some degree as well.
Like there's other ways.
I agree. I raised my hand. Have you grew up in an environment where you didn't feel like it was acceptable for you to express your emotions when things happen? Yep. I might be the first hand up. And that's why I keep a lot of shit to myself. And I deal with it. But the biggest thing is, because there's going to be people that keep shit to themselves and they don't express it. The biggest thing is to learn how to rationalize it in your head and not spaz the fuck out. Because a lot of these mass shooters, you know, these school shooters, grocery store shooters, church shooters, you know, these white boys that go out here and do all that crazy ass shit, they can't compartmentalize this shit. I know I fucked them words all the way up, but y'all don't judge me. They don't know how to rationalize it. They don't know how to put things in perspective. And they just crack. That's why we have a big problem with so-called mental illness in the United States of America. We got a lot of people that don't know how to mentally deal with the things that's going on in their lives. They think they can control it. They think things are supposed to go the way they're supposed to go. And they think they're the center of the fucking universe. And they need to realize that they're not, but it's going to be really hard. Those are the people that fight so hard to not understand that you're just another motherfucking piece of goddamn matter on this fucking earth. Yeah, you're just another piece of fucking matter. You're atoms and neutrons right here just walking the fuck around. That's all you are. There's nothing special about you when it comes to the grand scheme of things. We're all the fucking same. And they just can't come to terms with that shit. I realized that a long time ago. That's why I be laughing when people be trying to compete. Man, why the fuck you trying to compete with me, bro? You might want to get your shit together, bro. Stop. I'll set goals to try to pass people and catch people, but I'm not competing with your ass. I'm just setting the goal to get to where you are. Then I'm setting the goal to get to the next motherfucker. Then I'm setting the goal to get to the next motherfucker. But these motherfuckers literally forming in their mind that they got to be better than the next motherfucker, and they want to hold it and be like, yeah, I'm better than you. Nah, that's not it. That's not it. It's not going to work. But yeah, we got a lot of people with mental problems that they don't understand the reality of things, and it's by design. It's by design. It's by design. But keep going, y'all. Because, look, y'all, this is why Tatum got supposedly pissed off about this stream right here. This is crazy.
It's of grieving, but I believe that grief is important. You know what I mean? I don't think that you necessarily need to cry to grieve. But if that comes and you're trying to block it too much, it's not going to be helpful.
I could never imagine loving one of your parents or loving your kids and going through a mourning process without tears. Because, like, in my experience, the sadness is generally from longing, from the sadness that comes after knowing they're no longer around. And that is overwhelming. So those tears are always a natural reaction to that. Now, some people may be built different. Maybe you cry a lot less than others, but not at all.
I believe that the not at all thing is a possible thing. I think it's possible. Everybody live their griefs differently.
Sure.
So
we ain't watching this. We ain't watching the phone. Let me get that off screen real quick. Like, so pretty much y'all heard what the hell it is. Pretty much they made a video and they pretty much pinpointed one situation, one point where Tatum said that he would not cry over his child or his father. Well, and the girl added in the father, and he doubled down on it, said, I wouldn't cry if my father died. All right. So that one video that they made, that they actually addressed the issue of, like, that's kind of stupid. That sounds dumb. Officer Tatum decided he was going to crash out on Abba and Preach for putting that out there, which the position that they came from made perfect sense. Like, bro, what are you talking about? You wouldn't cry if your child died in front of your girl. Like, I get the concept, and we went through all this woo stuff, y'all. But it's like, they made that one simple video. I don't think it was offensive. I don't think they called him outside of his name. They didn't call him no coon, because that's what I would call him. They didn't call him no Sambo, none of that jigger walking nigga ass shit. Well, he got mad. So when I guess Abba saw that, I think the gloves came off. The motherfucker took the gloves off. Shout out to Marcus. I see y'all in the chat. I see all y'all in the chat, y'all, man. I'm gonna get y'all in here after this video right here. I want y'all to see the response that Officer Tatum had to them. And honestly, I'm trying to tell people, if you're not prepared, and if you done said some stupid shit on the internet, please don't fuck with Abba. Please don't fuck with Abba. Because he is very petty. I know I'm petty. I was actually deemed the petty king. This motherfucker might be the petty god. Like, I'm be honest with you, he might be the petty god. And y'all gonna see it. Go ahead, let's get to it.
We're laughing at you because you said you would never do this in front of the one person who should be able to see you at your most vulnerable. That's what's absurd. Y'all cry on the internet, but you won't cry in front of your loved ones, and you think that's not mentally unwell. Officer Tatum decided to do a response video sponsored by Israel and AIPAC. And
You know, it's fair game to criticize people. It's fair game. We're internet people. I'm not going to sue nobody over fair criticisms.
for context, in case you aren't aware, we did a video in which we talked about Officer Tatum. There was a viral video going around of him from a podcast 2 years ago where he said,
I would never cry in front of my wife.
someone asked, what happens if your kid dies? He says, I would try not to cry in front of her. If I go to my father's funeral, I ain't crying and all this stuff. Sure enough, he found out Charlie Kirk passed and turned on his live stream and decided to drop some tears for everybody. So people, splice those two together. And it was kind of funny to say you would never cry, but then you're on stream crying for the whole world, right? He didn't like that. He was quite upset that we was laughing at that.
But to take a video from 2 years ago, to somehow leverage that to make fun of me for crying, tearing up when Charlie Kirk was murdered is insane to me.
That you're missing the point. The point was not, we're not laughing at you because you're the person that you admired died. We laughed at you because of the irony of, okay, you wouldn't cry in front of someone close to you because someone else close to you would die, but someone that is remote, you're gonna cry in front of the whole world. That's the thing that is laughable.
But for you to be so disgusting and you see your friend get murdered on television, I could imagine what that does to his kids. And to try to make fun of somebody for that is the lowest that you can go. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com, ladies and gentlemen, Black Friday is here. 30% off, up to 60% off.
What the hell did I just notice? What happened? What happened? What kind of jump cut was that?
It's not a jump cut.
It is.
It's not a jump cut. I can play the original video. Watch how he goes from like, how dare you? By the way, why don't you buy these shirts so you can move in style?
But for you to be so disgusting, and you know, I was at his wedding. I know his wife. I could imagine what that does to his kids. And to try to make fun of somebody for that is the lowest that you can go. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com, ladies and gentlemen, Black Friday is here. 30% off, up to 60% off on the entire store. And that means every single product. This section here is for 60% off.
Now, did I edit that?
The point that they're about to get at. You claiming that you so hurt by your friend supposedly passing away and you selling merch. I don't think this is the time to be trying to sell shit. But it fits in perfect because he's on one side of the aisle that seem to be doing that a lot. Now, am I saying the other side of the aisle don't do it? Yeah, they do. But not like that. And that's obvious fuck. But either way, though.
That shit, is that me? Bro, what you want me to do? It wasn't me.
This is triggering for him, and I get that. So
that's why he was so triggered. He had to do a merch sale. When I'm triggered, that's what I do too. I'm mourning my nigga. Buy my sweatpants so you can stay warm in these cold times.
Don't forget to buy these shirts. Don't forget to buy these shirts. We got the merch. Buy these shirts.
Let me make sure I know exact. 2 years ago about men crying.
They're taking a clip from something I said 2 years ago.
Okay, and why is he saying 2 years ago? Right? He's why would you use something from 2 years ago? No, he's trying to hint that there's something wrong with doing that.
They're taking a clip from something I said 2 years ago, and which is not 2 years ago. I believe the same thing today, but
so who cares?
So what's the point?
So who cares if it was 2 years ago, 5 minutes ago, 5 years ago? If you still believe the same thing, that means that video is still relevant today. So it doesn't matter. We did it 2 years ago. It doesn't matter.
But why would you use a clip from me from 3 years ago saying I'm an atheist?
Your argument?
I'm still an atheist, but why would you use a clip from 3 years ago saying I'm an atheist? I don't believe in God. I'm never going to believe in God. Why use the clip for 3 years?
Myron, calm down.
Okay. But we have to appreciate like the fake outrage. 2 years ago, why would you use a clip from 2 years ago? I still think that today. Then shut the fuck up. Like, why are you acting like you ain't used older clips to make a point against somebody politically? And if you still, and you know, I'm the retard, because I remember when we did the other video, I said, you know, to be fair to him, this video was from 2 years ago. Maybe he changed his opinion. And his dumb ass, no, I didn't change my opinion. I still think this, but how could you use it?
Weak men are viewed as unattractive. You can make the argument that crying can be viewed as a weakness.
Listen to what he said. That crying could be. That's what he said. That crying could be a weakness.
Yeah. What? So
you know,
you said you never ever you went outcast on us ever.
Just watch how cowardly he's gonna be. He just doesn't want to own what he said.
You said you had men cry in front of you. That's why you're not with him.
Sometimes I look up videos of like army dads coming.
So you heard that? He said to the woman, "Oh, you saw a man crying in front of you. That's not why you're not with them." Implying that, you know, something is wrong with men crying, and that's why a woman wouldn't want to be with them. Keep watching.
Because women judge men very harshly on that. I would never cry in front of my wife.
You see him say could there, and he would say he would never, and he says women judge men for that.
But I admired the guy that said the reasons why he wouldn't cry, because he needs to be strong for his father. And every man, in my personal opinion, would want to have that perspective.
I will try not to cry in front of anybody. There's compulsion for me to cry at times, and I will not do it in front of people. I saw my father cry one time, and it was at his father's funeral.
So you think if man shows his emotion makes him a less man?
No. I just think men shouldn't do it. I know when emotions happen to me, and I refrain from exposing that emotion in front of people. You say you had men cry in front of you. That's why you're not with them.
Sometimes I look up videos of like army dads.
We need to just be straight. It is mentally ill to believe it's normal to not cry in front of your wife, but it's normal to cry on the internet. Sorry, that's weird. Now, I could be generous and say, I agree with the sentiment that during a time of crisis, you know, you guys are in the heat of battle, you guys are dealing with something that's an emergency, that you're going to put aside your emotions to deal with what's in front of you. That's a super normal statement.
That's not.
But like, the problem with a lot of these characters, like Tatum, is that they live in absolutism because they're like doing this like alpha male, very strong man.
They're A to B motherfuckers. That's how their brain works. A to B. Ain't no C, D, E, F, G, H, Y. Ain't none of that shit. Just A to B.
And like super traditional fucking cosplay. And it's just not real. It's not in real life. Guess what, guys? Soldiers on deployment, they cry. They might not cry when bullets are flying overhead, but when they get back to the barracks and they deal with the day's stress, maybe not that moment, but the day after or the week after.
We don't get back no barracks. We intense.
Some of them break down and cry. And if you think the other soldiers are going to look at them like you a bitch, you're crazy. I've seen soldiers.
Nah, they do look at them like they're a bitch, but they'll be the same motherfucker calling somebody a bitch that be crying later on. So, you know. It's a like I'll tell you, Abby, it's like what you said. It's a sickness of the highest order. Even the people that actually, even the people that actually express that belief will also be the victims of that same belief. It's stupid. People that criticize somebody that cheats on somebody and then be the next motherfucker to cheat on somebody. Yeah. We're humans. We do that dumb shit. I try to get out of it, but there are people like, please don't speak on military if he ain't did the military. But man, we got Hurricane up in the building. Mr. Kane. Tell the people what it is, man. Let them know where to find you at.
Curly, you already know what it is. Hurricane JW2 on YouTube and Facebook. Home of the HHN Special Report. Detroit After Dark and a fucking government podcast. Then we got some good music on the flow. What's good? Shout out to JJ. Peace to the chat. What's up, Crystal?
That boy gotta say something, Crystal. I ain't even gonna hold you. Fucking then this right here is a little. It's childish. I just put it like that. It's childish, and I'm definitely covering it tonight. But Officer Tatum, like, dude, like, whatever the fuck. I'm gonna let it keep going. Unless you had some thoughts real quick, like before I play some more Hurricane. You had any thoughts?
Officer Tatum, that nigga need help because ain't no way in fuck I'll be crying over a goddamn Charlie Kirk and running go, hey yo nigga, sell my merch, but buy my shirt. That shit is hilarious. That shit hilarious.
That was a very quick. He
But
slid
dude
that in
crazy,
so
dog.
fast.
Dude crazy, man. I don't think he know what he said. I don't think he understood what he said. I mean, that's what I meant to say. It's like, nigga, you sound stupid, officer.
I'll be real with you. A lot of these dudes sound like the women they claim they was talking about.
Damn.
How they just be talking, and there's no destination at the end of this conversation. Just be fucking talking, saying shit. Because I'm like, you literally put it out there. And that's a crazy thing, the point that Abba pointed out when he actually did his response video. It's like, okay, you said that you wouldn't cry in front of your wife and none of this shit. You would do your best to not do that. And then you turn around and double down on it again, but then got mad that they used a video of you from 2 years ago. Like, bitch, you still believe the same shit.
Right, like, bitch, you stupid.
I'm like, what is the whole 2 years ago if you still believe it? Yeah, I sucked dick 2 years ago. You ain't have to bring no video up of me sucking dick 2 years ago, even though I still suck dick. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why you mad? That should be a non-fucking factor for you right there, buddy.
But you gotta say pause like 3 times. Pause.
It just makes no damn sense, man. It's like, dude, you still believe. Go ahead.
And you cried for Massa. That nigga hates you.
That's why that's why you weren't allowed to come to his goddamn any of them Turning Point USA Charlie Kirk memorial events. They didn't let you come. You was at his wedding, right? You was at his wedding. You met his wife, and she didn't even allow your black ass to come there. Think about that, dumbass.
Yes.
That's what happened when you fucking with them goddamn. That's what happened with a lot of these black Republicans. That's why I don't feel no type of way with these stupid asses, man. I don't feel no type of way. And shout out to Uncanny. He said, "White Zaddy." We're gonna play that song. We're gonna play that song before we get up out of here. We're gonna have to play that. I'm gonna play it. We're gonna play the Myron one, but you know, it's gonna be all encompassed. But let's keep going because he got mad that they covered that video, and I honestly don't think that they were rude to him about it. They just said they pointed out the hypocrisy. You wouldn't cry for your father, you wouldn't cry for your child, but you on the internet crying for Charlie Kirk. They just pointed it out. Yeah, they just pointed it out. You ain't got in your feelings now. Okay, well, here you go. Let's see what else we got.
Police officers deal with situations that are completely crazy, and you see them run off to the corner because something is traumatic, and they cry. And if you think that other men are like, we can't do our job because one officer over there is serious, that's not real. And that's why people are laughing at you. It's because you're trying to uphold this image of men that's not real. Men are human. We deal with stressful situations the way that you were dealing with Charlie Kirk. And sometimes we break down and we can't control it the way you're pretending you can. We're laughing because.
And that's the funny thing, because that's one of the things that a lot of dudes in the red pill said, that men couldn't express themselves. And then when a man expresses themselves, they try to point it out to the women that were the only ones doing it to him, but he's doing it to him.
Yep.
He's doing the exact thing that he says the women would do. Oh, they're not going to accept it. Oh, they're going to make fun of you. It's like, you're going to be looking at them crazy. Like, bro, you're doing the exact same thing that you claim. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. It's like, but the sad part is it's par for the course when it comes to him. It's like, hey, these black people, the Republican Party are not racist against you, but you're saying derogatory and racist things against, like nigga, whatever the fuck, bro. Let's keep going.
Because there's hubris in thinking you're going to control grief. You're going to control all your emotions whenever you want. That's how you was talking. We're laughing at you because you said you would never do this in front of the one person who should be able to see you at your most vulnerable. That's what's absurd. Y'all cry on the internet, but you won't cry in front of your loved ones, and you think that's not mentally unwell. I don't even care. And personally, I know Preacher's not like this. Preach says, I don't want to see you cry online, whatever. He doesn't like that shit. I personally don't care. I just think this standard of like, I won't cry in front of the people who've known me my whole life, but I'll cry for strangers. My wife will be destabilized because she sees me. Do you not understand that women are not retarded creatures? That women can also be tough during stressful times? That women can sometimes be your rock when you're going through something? It's not just one-way street.
Listen, bud, what I understand from this is this. You lied. Or Or you thought you was that one and you're not. Kid would die, you would cry. And I think that's okay. If your dad would die, he would cry. And if not, but you cry for your
Don't get him, Hurricane.
Bars. I'm just saying bars because he rhyming and shit. You know, he probably don't even know he rhyming. If your motherfucking dad died, you cry. If your kid cried, you die. I mean, kid die, you cry. You know what I'm saying? It's bars. You know, he rhyming and shit.
Real shit. Real shit.
Weird. Extremely weird. And right now, you even see this and you don't comprehend that because I understand the triggers, whatever.
Oh, you're being generous. You're being generous.
I'm always a generous one.
Yeah, you're being very generous.
Yes, very.
This is how you frame it.
The reason why he's doing that is he's triggered because there was laughter, there was his friend. But no, you would cry. If you cried for that, you would cry for your family.
This is how you dodge accountability. You frame it against the argument that you think you can win against, which is like moral outrage. Oh, they laughed at me. Listen, if we were laughing at people because they were mourning the death of Charlie Kirk, I would have made videos about Megyn Kelly. I would have made videos about all the other content creators. We didn't. So to pretend like people just want to laugh at you because you cried, that's you just being a victim. You enjoy that because it's the one road you can win down. You didn't mention any of the things that we said, which is fine. You just went, oh, can you believe that they laughed at the death of and NASA? NASA is so good to me. And they cried, they laughed. You want to buy my shirt? $5.99. Man, it's Charlie Kirk. That's what he did. He did a performance. And he was gripping people emotionally, right? And it's funny to me because I grew up in this internet age where I heard how fucking emotional libtards are and everything like that. But you realize like these motherfuckers, they all love to do this victim shit whenever they get criticized.
What if your kid died?
That's a different thing. I mean, I would try not to cry for my wife.
All right,
if my kid.
I have never, and my wife has never seen me cry. I've never cried in front of my wife.
You think that the whole internet saw you, dude? The person that is the most to you is not gonna see it, but you can expose yourself like an up and coming model to everybody else.
My God, you're just not conservative enough.
Now, for y'all that didn't get it, people in the back, this is a reaction that he's having to their reaction to his video of him crying over Charlie Kirk, and he's still sitting here right now talking about hold up, pause the tape. My wife has never seen me cry. Bitch, this is a reaction of a reaction to you reacting to Charlie Kirk crying. I mean, dying, and you was crying, nigga. Like, what are you talking about? Your wife saw you cry, bruh. The whole world saw you cry. Like, what are you talking about?
That's hilarious.
You crying over this nigga, man. Like, it makes no sense. Like, but I don't expect much from motherfuckers. I'm being honest with you. People on that side of the fucking aisle. I don't. Now, for the people on the other side of the aisle, I have my level of what I expect from them. But damn sure not to that fucking level. They fucked up over here too. But goddamn, y'all super fucked up.
This nigga pulled a Sam Jackson from Django on a nigga.
This motherfucker tripping, bro. Bro, this nigga tripping, bro. He mad about this. Like, bro, they wasn't even mean to you in that video. Like, that's one thing that I see that video. I wouldn't get triggered off of that one. He literally got triggered and did a full live stream on that shit. We're gonna let him keep going, man, because that shit funny, bro. Like, you real sensitive, man. All these strong, hard, tough-ass individual men seem to be real fucking sensitive. And I see why Abba going at a lot of these motherfuckers in the red pill area spaces. Because a lot of y'all some fake-ass, fraud-ass pieces of shit.
Yeah, and some of y'all grifters. Some of them
grifters. Using your own words, like using your own words against you, and you getting mad at them for using your own words against you. Like, how you mad? Bitch, I didn't say it. You said it, ho.
And
you're not conservative enough because conservative women don't have internet. What's that talking about?
I heard a guy say this. It's that when my father passes away, which everybody's parent is going to pass away, I'm not going to cry at his funeral.
So as you listen to it, I said I saw a clip of a guy say that I'm not going to cry at my dad. I didn't say I wasn't going to cry at my dad's funeral. I said the guy that I admired had said this. I didn't say I wouldn't cry at my dad's funeral. I just said I'm not going to do it in front of my wife. I go cry on my own. I didn't say I wouldn't cry at my dad's funeral. I just said I'm not gonna do it in front of my wife.
Ain't your wife gonna be with you at the funeral?
Right.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up.
Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. This shit wild. You saw this shit?
You know, I'm gonna just let him continue with that bullshit. I don't even want to go into that.
Is your wife not going to be at your dad's funeral?
No. You know why?
So he's trying to walk back the statement, right? He's doing this cowardly
That's a
thing
fucking
where
rabbit
he's trying
hole.
to run away from what he said. He's like, no, I never said I wouldn't cry my dad's funeral. Okay, well, what if your wife's there? What are you gonna run and hide in a corner to cry at your dad's funeral?
Right, like the rest of the bathroom.
Y'all try to make
like,
sense
what
of
the
this. For me.
fuck?
I don't.
Say, excuse me, real quick, like.
Right. Well, I'm like, nigga, no, it's your father that you can't leave. It's like, man, nigga, I gotta go. I gotta use the bathroom. Like, no, bitch, you gotta go cry, ain't you? You gonna cry in the car.
like, look, when people saw me get up at my grandma's funeral, they saw that I was fucking crying already. I couldn't stop myself. I couldn't stop myself. I remember all the times we spent together and all that. Was something was tearing up right now thinking about this shit. People saw me cry. Yeah, did I get up and go out? Yeah. But people still saw me cry. Like, bro, you tell me you gonna sit there the whole time with your wife sitting right up beside you, because that's where your wife's supposed to be. Your father passed away, your wife supposed to be right here, your kids were supposed to be right here. You telling me that you just gonna sit there the whole time and not shed one tear for your father?
Right, nigga, not even a soldier's tear? Not even a soldier's tear, nigga.
I mean,
like, what the fuck?
Like, bro, he just need to get the fuck on, bro. Like, for real. Like, that's why he gonna die on that hill, bro. But I've seen too many of them die on it. And he the perfect type to die on it, because he's still dying on that. Them white folks in the Republican Party gonna accept his black ass. That's why you wasn't invited to the goddamn funeral, nigga. Yeah, because they accepted your black ass, stupid. But either way, though.
I don't really understand it, but let's keep watching.
But when stuff hit the road, I need to be strong for my wife. That's all I said.
Oh, when shit hit the road, you need to be strong for your wife. Your father died. Why wouldn't your wife need to be strong for you?
Right.
I'm sorry, I just want to point that out, because I'm like, if her father died, I need to be strong for her. If her mother died, I need to be strong for her. In the opposite, because we supposed to be, two 50-50s coming together to make one solid being. She needs to have my back when something fucking happens to me. What the fuck? This nigga's stupid, bro. She gonna divorce your ass in a little bit. I can see that shit.
But you don't get your lick back.
Conan at his finest.
Yeah. I really wish it was fake. I really wish he was playing that, but this nigga for real, dog. I want this nigga to be fake like a motherfucker until motherfucker just get some free clicks and views or publicity, or maybe it's a fucking humiliation ritual. I want it to be so fake, but this nigga the motherfucker blew his own foot off with this one.
This motherfucker 10 toes down on this shit, bro. 10 toes. 10 toes, y'all.
This is a sickness
of the highest order.
1 million people saw
for me.
Pause.
Snuggling snot and shit. Look at sniffling snot and shit.
Sickness.
Right.
1 million people saw
For me,
Pause.
you suffer. I think you suffer in silence. That's what I think.
Hey man, this is the loudest silence I ever heard in my life.
No, man,
it was snotty. It was. Listen, I need to call the Merriam Dictionary, because I don't think that shit's included in silence.
I'm gonna cry my own. 4 million people see you.
I was in the military.
But your wife, God forbid your wife sees you.
Yeah.
But 4 million randoms?
Hold it down, Hurricane. I'm coming right back.
Are we even discussing right now?
All right, let's finish this clip. We'll move on from Officer Talman. I thought it was meme music at first. I didn't realize.
Time out. Think about this.
Think about that. Coconuts
Picking coconuts in Barbados.
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Walter. He might be a potato, but he definitely gave us some great quotes.
Now, I have cried multiple times because of Charlie's death. The only reason I could have turned the feed off, been like, I'm gonna turn the feed off. The only reason I didn't is because I wanted people to understand the raw emotion of what happened with Charlie and that they weren't alone in that particular situation. That for what people were feeling when Charlie died, they weren't alone. And
if you guys aren't aware, so Charlie Kirk was in the hospital after getting shot. People didn't even know he passed away yet, but he was in critical condition. This man jumped on a live stream to talk about it. Everyone's different. Personally, if my good friend Preach gets shot, I ain't gonna run to you niggas to talk about it. I don't know. I'm not selling t-shirts right after. Everyone's different though. Grieve however you want.
I am. Hey, all right. You get them. You buy the shirt.
If I'm about to pass away and you on stream already getting some AdSense dollars, yeah, I'm gonna come for you as a ghost. Now he's saying he finds the news out and he starts crying, and now he's like, yeah, the reason why I allowed myself to cry on stream is because like I knew people were sad, and I knew like right when they all found out, like I found out, they needed to see me tear up. Don't make it this convoluted thing. Don't try to treat yourself like a hero. You were human. You found out some bad news. You cried. Now you're trying to rewrite history and be like, I knew that everyone needed to see me cry on camera. Guys,
you are not alone.
And let's say I agree with you. Let's say I agree with you that people needed to be seen, right? That's what you're saying right here.
Because I wanted people to understand the raw emotion of what happened with Charlie and that they weren't alone in that. And
if you lose your dad or your kid,
man, fuck that. Hold on, I'm saying this shit. We coming up full fucking screen. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come full screen for 1 second. Man, motherfucker Charlie Kirk, bro. Man, and everybody that want to sit over here and grieve over that piece of shit. Look, man, look, y'all deal with that when y'all end up at the end of your own road, the end of your own journey. He was not a good person. I don't care what the fuck y'all want to say in your sick ass minds to try to reshape and whitewash history for what was said. We done seen it. It's been done many a times. We're not accepting it now. And I'm talking about for me right now. I don't care what everybody else think. Look, everybody else can do it on their own terms. I'm not accepting that this dude was just some innocent fucking lamb just walking around, not bothering nobody and got fucking hurt. No, this bitch was an antagonistic, racist piece of shit that walked around this earth making millions of dollars in America, discriminating, well, not even discriminating, but disparaging black people. And using cold ass motherfuckers like Officer Tatum to help him do it. Y'all can sit here and say whatever the fuck you want. Y'all sit around here still to this day and talk about the founding fathers were so great. All them slave owning ass, racist ass, evil ass people. Y'all put them up on a fucking pedestal. You just got done celebrating a holiday where you massacred and genocide a group of fucking people. I don't care a fuck about what none of y'all motherfuckers talk about. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. He was a racist piece of shit. He said that he wouldn't trust a black pilot. Like, this shows you how dumb this motherfucker is. He said that he was like, oh boy, I hope he's qualified when it came to the black pilot, as if the black pilot went to a different fucking pilot school than the white pilot.
He went to the motherfucking soul plane pilot school and shit. Oh,
So
he was
you
in the
telling
hood.
Yeah, the white people, look, the white people that control aviation gave this black pilot a license to fly, knowing that white people would be on the plane with him because he's black and he's not qualified. Shut the fuck up. Look. If you want to try over a racist, by all means do your thing. But we ain't doing that over here. Ain't no tears gonna be shed. Ain't no cooning ass going on shit around here. If they shot George Washington right now in front of my face, I wouldn't cry over that motherfucker. I'm just letting you know right now. I wouldn't. Y'all motherfuckers celebrate all these goddamn fucking racists, all these evil ass people throughout history that come from your community. Name one good one. Oh man, the only good one I think y'all can name was JFK, and y'all shot that motherfucker. I forgot about that. I forgot about that shit. Y'all, the only good one was. I ain't with that bullshit, man. Like for real, nah, bro. Like all that Charlie Kirk sympathy ass shit, man. Fuck all y'all. Like anybody that say they mourn that motherfucking death, bitch, go suck dick, bitch. Because you don't mourn the death of all them Palestinians getting bombed out on the regular. Y'all justify their death. Y'all justify
blowing up hospital, shooting kids in the face. Like y'all niggas, wow.
They be like, oh, we think we got one person from what was it? What was Hamas? We think we got one person from Hamas, but we killed 37 women and 17 kids. It was justified. It's like, what? You don't even know if you even got the motherfucker. You just saying you hope you did. But all this man, nah, bro. Ain't nobody fucking with none of that shit y'all talking, bro. That's evil, bro. That's evil. I told you we ain't doing that right and wrong and none of that other shit. We just doing good and evil. That's evil, bro. That's evil. And y'all stand behind it. And at the end of the day, I say it all the time, man. Everybody ain't gonna make the boat. You gonna have your day with your Lord and Savior, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers that co-op this shit and back this shit claim to be Christian. Okay, I hope your faith is real. Because you're gonna have a day with your maker, right? You're gonna have your day. And I promise you, that scale is gonna be weighed the wrong fucking way in your favor, bro. You better go ahead and get ready. I don't even think they got sunscreen down there. I don't think they got sunscreen down there because it's hot. Fuck all that shit you're talking about, bro. Like I ain't with that shit. That shit just irritated the fuck out of me, bro. I'm like, look, I'm tired of hearing that shit. They trying to make this dude seem like he was just some holy motherfucker. He was not.
Yep. And they even had a memorial in the UK for that motherfucker. In the UK. The fuck was he doing over there? Like, what the fuck?
And that's the motherland. They gave him a memorial in his motherland. Where the fuck he should have been at. Instead of in somebody else's land that his ancestors stole. But we don't want to talk about that though, right? Hey, let's be real, man. Look, we don't let it keep going, man. Like for real, man. I'm just tired of that shit, bro, man. Like for real, man. Fuck these motherfuckers, man. Fuck that dude, bro. Hope his ass goddamn got worms crawling in his fucking face right now. Fuck that dude.
You don't think your wife wants to know that too? So you want to give that emotion to strangers. You want to make sure that they know that they're not alone, that they're suffering. You understand it.
Thank you.
But your wife, who's lost the same child you just lost, you won't cry in front of her. Make that make sense, guys. He wants to comfort strangers, but he don't think he should.
But he doesn't want to find comfort in his wife.
In that particular situation. That for what people were feeling when Charlie died, they weren't alone. And so that I just told him, I didn't tell him to cut the feed. But to try to make a joke out of this and to try to act like it's crazy, man. Because one day, one of these guys are gonna lose somebody that they care about, and people are gonna make fun of them. And to me, it's really nothing to make fun of because I don't really kill them.
You talking about all the black people that died that had family members where they got shot, like the cops shot them in the back, or like George Floyd, where people kneeled on their neck. You had like he didn't have a mama or some kids and shit, and y'all sat out there and made fucking memes and shit. You talking about that type of shit? Talking about that type of shit where people gonna do that type of shit? But we supposed to have sympathy for you after you already did that fucked up shit to other folks. Tamir Rice, y'all justified a fucking child being shot, and the cop didn't even open his door. He shot a child in a fucking playground by himself through his fucking window. And y'all justified it. But you want us to give a fuck about a piece of fucking shit, sloppy body ass, ugly face looking ass bitch that went around the college campuses and tried to prey on young kids and try to argue them down on shit that he didn't even know about, but he knew they didn't know about. Well, he discriminated. Well, I keep saying discriminate. He didn't discriminate. Because he did hire some coon ass niggas to come on his shit like Tatum and Candace Owens. But the motherfucker that disparaged a group of people that perpetuated that 13% of the population commits 50% of the crime. That don't even make no fucking sense. A motherfucker that literally his whole job was to talk shit about black people. He got famous and got rich off of talking shit about black people. And you want me as a black person to give a fuck about it?
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Like I don't know what kind of mental gymnastics you want me to do to fucking justify it, but bruh, he got shot by his own people, bruh. It ain't a nigga that come shoot him, an Asian person that come shoot him. Well, I ain't even gonna say Indian because Indian folks are Asians. Native American didn't come shoot him. No Mexican came and shot him. It was one of his own people that came and put a bullet in his neck. Why you talking to us, nigga? What the fuck that got to do with us? That's crazy, bro.
If I want to do it, I can do it if I want to. And if I
Sure,
say that and I do something different later because I changed my mind, that's on me.
But you didn't change your mind. You said you still believe what you believed 2 years ago. So why you bring that up?
They're taking a clip from something I said 2 years ago, and which is not 2 years ago. I believe the same thing today, but my wife has never.
You know, you guys.
Yeah,
I'll tell y'all, these
that?
people will just rewrite narratives. They'll rewrite reality. They don't care, and they'll just start rolling with the lie and try to have you argue with their lies. What he said is just made up. Nobody laughing at you because you're mourning something. You'll have to do that because you.
You know what it makes me think of?
Go.
It makes me think of when you watch Pop the Balloon, and then they pop the balloon, and they keep on going, and when it comes to them, they say some shit that, oh well, I popped because, and it's something that
had nothing to do with it.
No, they said after they popped. I'm like, no. No. Why did you initially pop?
Because you didn't learn that he didn't have a job.
Yeah, you didn't learn about
after
that
you popped.
until after. What's the initial? Now that it comes to you, you want to run it back. Oh no, yeah, it's because of that I did that, not because of because initially you just saw the person and you felt it was shallow, so you changed your intentions. That's it. But that's a bit the same thing.
So anybody says, "Oh, Abin preached," y'all were laughing at him, man. Don't let them lie like that. They're just making that shit up. But they need to do that to paint you a certain way.
Seen me cry before. Now a person can say, "Oh, she watched your live stream and saw you." Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But I have never cried in front of my wife, and I'm not saying that people.
Hey, hold on. Let me play that one more
The
time.
lie detector test determined that was a lie.
She saw you on the internet just like we all did too, bro.
People won't. It's just saying, what is the compartmentalization of being strong in times of crisis? When Charlie died, that was a small, 15-second experience, but we prayed during the show. I wiped my tears away during the show. I kept broadcasting. And I think,
good boy.
It's nothing, it's nothing wrong with what happened. But yeah, I mean, to me, it's disrespectful to Charlie and his legacy. That y'all think it's funny if we
gotta sell these t-shirts, nigga.
Somebody were to tear up because Charlie.
Nick can't be crying through the whole fucking show, bro. Sell these t-shirts, nigga.
All right, so here's the second one. Now he's trying to make it about like, oh, these guys are trying to disrespect Charlie by pointing out my hypocrisy, right? So you see how they try to frame it in the way that they can win? Because, God forbid, these guys, they're making fun of the dead. That's what he's trying to do now.
Yeah, 100%.
It hit different, bro, when Charlie died.
White Charlie Kirk is my white daddy.
Okay, that's disrespectful. Yeah, that was unnecessary.
I wish he would have played that one though, because that would. I'm still gonna play the white zaddy one in a little bit.
White Charlie Kirk is my white daddy. Why you gotta be a white daddy? Kirk my daddy. Kirk my daddy.
You cowards that just want content to be made. I would never understand y'all. You guys take something that happened 2 months ago, referring to a video 2 years before that, to make content. Y'all suckers, man. And I no longer support I've been preached. It's fair game.
Nigga, you ain't never supported them.
Something from 2 years ago that you still think today about a situation that happened not long ago. That's what we did.
Yeah, it is what it is. I never liked Officer Talman. I know he's getting his checks from Israel and AIPAC, to sell out his own country. So, good for him. But yeah, dude always struck me as a bit of a dummy. And this is just.
Well, you just proved it right there.
He didn't understand anything.
No, he didn't understand. No. The point And him, he didn't get it.
And I don't support them anymore. Nigga, have you ever bought a ticket or anything? What does this do?
But you can buy a shirt. You can buy this t-shirt right here. You can buy this t-shirt right here. You can buy this one. As a matter of fact, we'll send it to you.
You know what? This must be what like a woman feels like when a dude comes up to them and they're like, I don't want to be with you. And she probably sitting there like,
I'm not interested.
Who are you? Imagine getting rejected by somebody you didn't even know existed. That's what it feels like. But yeah, I never liked this guy. So hearing all this is more good news.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that nigga on, bro. But we are gonna go out to that White Zaddy song before the end of the night. But I do got one more video for y'all. I do have one more for y'all. But we definitely going out to White Zaddy, bro. We gonna jig to that shit before we leave tonight, bro. Ooh, wee. Cause bro, these motherfuckers, like, I don't know what's wrong with these motherfuckers, but something is clearly wrong with them. Something is mentally fucked up. And to one of the guys that I actually supported for a while until he started speaking by himself. I was supporting this platform for a hot minute. Then he started speaking for himself and actually letting people know exactly where he's staying and shit. And it's like, yeah, bro, like right off bat, it's like, nigga, I don't fuck with you. Like, I can see there's some deceptive shit going on. Well, if anybody's watched TYT, and I still think they are still good creators over there that cover decent news and stuff and put it out there. Salute to them. Yeah, salute to them. But to the owner of the company,
yeah,
like, bruh, like Cenk Uygur, like, bruh, I don't know what the fuck you been on, but when this last Trump campaign came on, like, bruh, you started showing your true colors, bro. And I'm like, bruh, I don't know what the fuck you on, but guess what? I ain't gotta get you, bruh. I ain't gotta get you, cause Lucas gonna get you. Every time I want to stick a dog on somebody, I'm gonna go get Lucas, cause Lucas about to get in on your ass. So if y'all ready, man, last video for the night, and we will be going out to White Zaddy. So everybody make sure y'all get y'all dancing pants on, because we gonna dance on our way up out of this hole to White Zaddy. And then after that, you know, make sure y'all, you know, all that other stuff. But we gonna get to this real quick. Like, so let's go and jump into this. But Hurricane, did you have any thoughts real quick, like, about the last video before we go to the next one?
Oh, that nigga is fucking stupid. That's all I got. That nigga's stupid. This shit gonna follow him forever. It's over. It's over for this guy. It's over.
It's on the internet, man. It's forever. It's forever.
It's a wrap.
And look, I don't even know what to say about him, man. Look, the sad part, I don't wish you the best. How about that? I don't wish you the best. I don't wish you the worst, but I don't wish you the best either, nigga. How about that? I would be being nice to you.
Wasn't the worst. I wish him the worst of the worst.
I hit him with that Dave Chappelle shit. I hate you. I hate your guts. I don't even know you, and I hate you. I hope everything that didn't happen to me happens to you. It's like, hell, motherfucker go in. Hit their ass with that shit, bro. Let's get it, man. Mason Lucas, he gonna hit their ass up, man. Cause Cenk supposedly got exposed with his anti-black racism. Cause you know that's what America's built on, being anti-black. Even though they want to copy everything that's black.
And the truth shall set you free.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. So I happened to watch Cenk Uygur versus 25 Democrats, and it was very interesting because there is a phenomenon that happens on the left, whether, you know, they consider themselves populists, you know, progressives, the left, whatever it is that whenever Black American issues come up, somehow, one way or another, these, you know, fight for trans rights. We got to protect the LGBT, the fascism that's going on in this country. That when Black American grievances come up, they turn into just Klansmen, bro. They go into, well, listen here, okay, partner. All right, how about you stop being a victim and lift yourself up by the bootstraps?
He's out of line, but he's right.
And Cenk Uygur is a perfect example of that. This man is screaming and hollering about, oh, Democrats don't care, and we got to work on health care, we got to work on, you know, raising minimum wage, yada, 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 yada. And this one black chick exposes all that, exposes him for what he seemingly is after we remove this veneer of human rights and all this. And it seems to be a racist, an anti-black racist. Because in this interaction, he honestly echoes talking points, the scene of that of Charlie Kirk, we already know is a racist. And he's talking about affirmative action. And he's saying, you know, after years and years and years of affirmative action, you know, we needed it at first, but after all these years, it's turned into DEI.
So in the beginning, did we need affirmative action? Definitely.
because what happened before the civil rights movement was, so let's say that your firefighters or your longshoremen, those are really good jobs. They pay pretty well. They're good blue collar jobs. But unfortunately, at that point, almost all the jobs are held by white people. So we do affirmative action because, guys, we got to let others in. Otherwise, it's not fair, right? And so that makes sense. But then over the course of decade after decade after decade, we wind up with DEI.
Now, that right off the bat is untrue. DEI and affirmative action are two very different things. But I find it interesting how they try to play up the affirmative action, a masquerade. It's something that, many racists on the right want to say. Is that how many years of help do you need, black people? Goodness gracious, you got affirmative action. And that in and of itself is the hustle. Because how do you try to assist?
No. I'm going to actually say how many years. We need the equal amount of years of help that we had of discrimination. How about that? So if we were enslaved for over 400 years, we were enslaved and discriminated against, still up to this day. Well, if you want to stop today, y'all, we can stop today. And then we can just roll all that shit for the next amount of time that y'all took. Because that's over 400 years. So if y'all cool with that, and we want to, we want to stop it right now, we want to be done with it, then stop it right now and give us that shit for the next 400 years. I mean, we just do 400. We nice. Black people, we very understanding. You did all this bullshit for 400 years. We need the next 400 years. Y'all helping us out. How about that? That sounds fair. That sounds fair.
No, I want double for pain and suffering. Speaking in legal terms, nigga, they gonna throw that shit out. I'm like, yo, nigga, we giving you 400 years.
I'm like, oh, that is crazy. Like that's a dumbass argument. Like it's so dumb. Like that motherfucker Chink's trying to allude to them. Like, look, how much help do you need? Shit, as much help as you use to goddamn unhelp us, nigga. How about that? If you took $2 from me, I need $2 back. And honestly, like you said, pain and suffering. So I need 3 actually to make me whole. But I'm saying, just give us 2 back. Just give us 2 back. Give me exactly what you took from us. That's too much to ask for, right? And that's gonna be the problem.
We can go back to the 60s and there, motherfucker be hating. We can go back to the 60s and there hate. Like, all right, fuck 400 years. We go back to the 60s.
Real shit. Real shit. That shit crazy, man.
It's a group of people, which is what affirmative action allegedly was for, Black Americans, who you guys had disparaged and ridiculed and mocked and, racism for us in this country, that you're trying to put this out to say, hey, we're trying to make up for this, okay? We're trying to give redress for this issue. And then you do the hustle and switcheroo of saying, well, it's not only for Black Americans, it's for all minorities, it's for all groups of people. Damn, that, my friends, is the hustle. You give a policy that is meant for Black people, Black Americans here in this country, descendants of chattel slavery, but then you open it up to everyone. How? How does that make sense to anyone? How do you open it up to everyone when you didn't do that to everyone? Not everyone was a chattel slave here. Not everyone faced Jim Crow policies. Not everyone, as far as was illegal to educate themselves and read and write. So how do you do that for specifically Black Americans here in the United States, but then give a policy that's opened up for everyone, as if everyone was harmed by this specific and exclusive policy for us?
To this day.
And that's the issue.
And a lot of people might sit around and hear that because they're stupid and don't understand it. Okay, when COVID kicked off, and your president that's in office right now, that was in office back when that happened, called it the China virus, and white folks and other people were going out there harassing and beating up Chinese people, they made an anti-Asian hate bill. Why did that anti-Asian hate bill not apply to everybody in the United States? Why was it just for them? That's what he's saying. But it's the opposite of it. You said you did this for Black people, but everybody benefited from it. Everybody didn't benefit from the anti-Asian hate bill. That was clearly just for Asians. But if you don't pay attention to what the fuck's going on around you, you're a dummy, you fasted and you got caught up in all the distractions that they put in this world for you, you probably wouldn't understand. But for people that do understand, it's like, no, you can do something for one group of people, specifically for one group of people. But it is one group of people in this country that you will never do nothing specifically for. If you do something for them, you got to include everybody else. That's what he's getting at.
Yep.
Affirmative action wasn't just for black people. DEI wasn't just for black people, because the sad part is, if you look at both of them, black people were not the number one recipients of none of that shit. White women benefited more off of affirmative action. White women benefited more off of DEI.
Yep.
But who y'all put the face on it? Just like welfare, food stamps, all that shit. Y'all put black people face on it, but it's like, we're not the number one recipients of these things. But you claim it's for us, though. How the fuck can it be for me, but everybody else is getting more of it than me? Make that make sense. It didn't make no goddamn sense. Like, man, look, he gonna hit you. And Chink is arguing this point, and I'm like, dude, you've been in America long enough to understand that. Well, you should have been in America long enough to understand that that's not the case, but you're still arguing the points of the people that you claim you're against? Okay. Let's let him continue.
Many of these, I'll say these white liberals, is that there is that ounce of evil in them, bro. That ounce of evil that they have to suppress, okay? Unless it's fully gone, it's definitely there. And it rears its ugly head in certain conversations such as this. And he talks about DEI. Okay, what's your issue with DEI? Because that's what she says. She's like, okay, what's the issue with DEI?
And DEI has some good things in it, but it also had some abuses in it.
Like, this man brings up an anecdotal story of how a white woman was told, hey, well, you need to be quiet and just listen. Because she was trying to offer her perspective. And they're like, hey, be quiet, just listen. This is your time to listen, not talk. And that's his example of why DEI is harmful, okay?
A white woman would say, okay, now can I tell you my perspective? And they would say, no, shut up, your job is to learn.
What? Think about this. In no other shape, form, in no other atmosphere, in no other arena would he allow someone to bring up an anecdotal reason, an anecdotal story of why raising the minimum wage is harmful, of why, what Trump isn't doing is fascism. But he would never do that. But he does this when it comes to black Americans. He brings up one little story. And she says, well, that type of abuse happens with all laws.
Okay. So are you talking about like fringe cases in which like someone would say that they feel unfairly treated by DEI? Because I think in any type of law that we're going to see passed, we're going to see fringe cases in which the law is I guess manipulated in some case to negatively affect certain groups.
And she's absolutely right. This black chick is destroying Cenk right in front of our eyes and exposing him to be a racist. That's what he is. And she's saying, why would you use that as an example to just throw out, essentially the baby with the bathwater? He then goes on and it makes it even worse. Now the mask is full off. And he just says, well, it's divisive.
What it also does at the same time, though, is serves to divide us.
What? It's divisive? Think about this. He's arguing for, a higher minimum wage. He's arguing for universal health care. He's arguing for all this. He's arguing for a lot of things that many of the Republicans would consider as divisive. That even though if you poll it a certain way, if you poll it another way, well, if you do this, it's going to raise your taxes, that it's divisive. Anything that has to deal with progress is divisive. But he happens to have an issue when it comes to black issues. That's the real truth of this matter. The issue is that if it benefits black people, now it's divisive. Now it's an issue. Now we can't do it. That in and of itself is his issue with DEI. Because she goes on to say that, hey, it's not about class. Because this is always a hustle. They want to say, well, look, it's not about race, it's about class. It has never not been about race. Even with class, it has never not been about race. You can have a poor white. At the end of the day, they are white in this country. You can have a rich black person. At the end of the day, they will be seen as an N-word. It does not matter. We have seen this time and time again, whether it's Tyler Perry, whether it's Oprah Winfrey, whether there's a litany of black individuals that despite them being a certain affluence in this country.
Right, the point he's getting at, every black person that's actually done tried to do something good with their life, they still see that they're viewed a certain way. I get it all the time. Like, dude, I carry myself. I do what I'm supposed to do. I pay my taxes like I'm supposed to. I stay out of trouble. I don't bother nobody. I work and try to help people when I can. I go to certain places. They look at me like I'm about to fucking steal some shit. And I really turn around and look at them like, bro, you looking for somebody? Oh no, I'm just. No. Stop fucking following me.
Right, hurry up and buy. The freezer and shit.
Like, dude, that's my shit right there. I'm like, dude, stop fucking following me. And they stay there. I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna walk the fuck up out of there. Like, bro, I ain't got time for this shit, bro. I ain't finna spend my bread with you. And I sit outside of it, bitch, and tell people don't spend your money in there. They don't like black people.
Yep.
Then they gonna call the police and tell me to leave. Cause I done had some people actually call the police and tell me to leave before. Cause I was like, I got time today. Every black person that come up in here, don't go up in there, bro. Don't spend your bread in there. Them bitches don't like it. And you know, it's always gonna be some niggas that's gonna keep on going up in there. But it'll be some niggas like, oh, for real? And then they gonna go somewhere else. It's like, nah, bro, nah. We ain't on that type of time, bro.
That they are treated a certain way due to the color of their skin. And she goes on a site to study that, hey, that even with you, when you acknowledge race, it actually harms black people. That the issue is not class, the issue is race in this country.
I don't remember if it was 2015 or 2002, but it was a study done where they simulated a class-based DEI program instead of race. What we found was equally qualified black individuals were much less likely to be chosen on this class-based protocol. And we saw that the protocol actually represented a lot less of the black population that exists in this country, whereas DEI ensures that we have a representative pool of applicants and admitted students in our colleges, which is extremely important.
You want to know what his response was? His response was, man, so what? That's essentially what his response was, because he goes on and gives an analogy. Well, even when we address for class, that if these Muslims were still hurt, that should we give a little more attention to the Muslims? No way. And his reason is it's divisive. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up.
If you say to me, hey, maybe Muslims have a disadvantage, even if you take class into account, so should we give a little bit of extra weight to Muslim candidates? I would say absolutely not.
Are you retarded? This man.
How the fuck would anybody even know that you're a Muslim candidate unless you announced it?
Right.
That's a fucking faith, dummy, not an ethnicity. Like, we got people that's confusing faith with ethnicity. We got people confusing nationality with ethnicity.
Yup.
Like, bro, that has nothing. No, unless somebody announced it. In a prime example, y'all, Zohran Mamdani, born in the United States of America, ran for governor in the United States of America. They criticized him just because he practiced the Muslim faith. And I had my issues with the motherfucker, but I'm glad he won. But I still got my issues with you talking about immigrants built this country. No, the fuck they didn't. They didn't build New York, bitch. You need to learn the history of New York before you fucking keep saying that dumbass shit. The immigrants did not build New York, nigga. New York was built before the immigrants got here, motherfucker.
Right.
like what you talking about? But nah, like that's. I'm just gonna let it play, man. I'm just because they irritate me now, and we got to make sure we can make time for White Zaddy, man. We got to make sure that we can make time for that.
He's a clown. This man is a blubbering, corpulent clown. That's what he is. He's a racist clown. Because then she hits him up with, how does that make any sense, bro? How does that make any sense? You don't want to attack racism because you have to attack racism. And she cites as far as studies for that, where it's like, hey, you have to, if you want to stop racism, you have to attack racism.
If you want less racism and less racial categorizing, or just us to see it as less of an initial categorization, studies show that we need to attack racism and race as a concept like head on. We cannot ignore them or input race neutral policy into place. What we find is that characterizing race, saying what it is, saying what racism is, and thus confronting ourselves with our biases is what limits them.
Wake up, nigga.
There is no going around the bush and we all want to get along and all that.
Don't say that shit, Hurricane. Let them know.
I said, she on fucking fire. Like, damn. I like her skin too. That's my skin.
Yeah, she got her skin look nice, man. She moisturized that.
He used the other talking point where it's, well, I want to be seen as American. I don't want to be seen as a Muslim. I don't want you to be seen as a black girl. Like, what?
And it makes them seem like they
Here's
didn't
what I
earn
find
it,
super important.
when in fact they did earn it.
I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
That's your boy Charlie Kirk, the one y'all want us to cry over. Say it again, Charlie. Go ahead and say it again with that fucked up ass haircut. This is the one they want us to cry over right here. This is the motherfucker right here, y'all. I want y'all to see him again.
I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
You say, hey, I reduced race.
Why?
Right.
That's not racist. No, that's racist. Just because I question his qualifications because he's black doesn't mean that I'm making a racial statement or anything. I'm just questioning things. You ain't never questioned the white dude. You ain't never questioned the Asian dude.
Right. Be like, I hope he's not on cocaine flying this plane. I hope he's not on meth about to fly this plane. I hope he don't motherfucking give the motherfucking shit to the co-pilot while he go fuck a bitch in the motherfucking first class. Like,
none of that. It's fine.
Or alcohol. Or fucking drunk flying a goddamn plane.
it makes absolutely no fucking sense, but it's funny. It's funny that they want us to ignore these things, but she's calling it out, and I got my attack dog out here. Lucas gonna get him.
By 10%, 20%, etc. What you're doing is you're not noticing the giant downside of that.
And she that's always been the case. I don't think you're never going to stop that from happening as far as putting people in categories. That just is what it is. It's how our human brain works. Okay, you may be able to see this person as American, but it goes back to the racist argument of colorblindness. This man, Cenk Uygur, is using the racist talking point of colorblindness,
which is then people start to view each other as black, white,
We've
Asian,
always done that. That's happening unconsciously all the time.
You're right, but what I would love is for us to stop doing that. I want him to look at you as an American.
I just want to see all of us as Americans. This is bullcrap. This man is an anti-black racist to the core. That's what he is, all right? He may try and masquerade with certain...
Lucas ain't playing. Lucas ain't playing. Lucas ain't that's the shit I be laughing at when I see people tell me they don't see color. Okay, well, bitch, you need to just go see nothing then. If you don't see color.
Because, but listen to Dr. Neely Fuller, nigga. But listen to Dr. Neely Fuller.
we all see color, baby girl. Just so you know, I don't know what type of time you on, but I see color, and I know you see it too, bitch. So to sit here and try to play in my motherfucking face and try to act like you don't see it, but I keep seeing the results. Okay, you don't see nothing, you don't see color, but the results that seem to keep happening to the people that's my color seem to be very negative. But the ones that happen to other people of other colors seem to be very great, but you don't see color. And that's the game they play, because then they try to play it down when it comes to intellect. But I'm like, bitch, it ain't got nothing to do with intellect, because the Asians, y'all discriminate against them too. And y'all literally openly admit that they smarter than y'all. Y'all just steal our shit and try to play us like we dumb. Y'all steal our shit and try to play us like we dumb. And I'm gonna say it again one more time. Y'all steal our shit and try to play us like we dumb. I ain't seen none of our black leaders in America be wrong about the shit they've been talking about. But either way though,
talking points of UBI and healthcare and income. This man is an anti-black racist, because even when the data is presented in front of him, okay, when the arguments are dismantled in front of him, his whole argument is, well, I'm white and I say so. That's essentially his argument, okay? Is that, well, I'm Cenk and I say so. That it's divisive. Everything's divisive. Civil rights is divisive. Allowing women to vote at one point was divisive. Freeing black people from slavery was divisive. What is this clown talking about? It's divisive. There is no progress made without a certain level of divisiveness. And the issue is, it's not to cater to the racists, but to let them know, hey, that racism is not going to be allowed here in this country. If you want to be racist, go somewhere else. If you want to be racist, keep it to yourself. Go in the furthest corner of the earth or in your woods and be racist there. But in public, that should not be allowed. And the main focus of her argument is that who cares about the response if the outcome is what's happening? The outcome is changing. Who cares about the racists who are upset about, the Emancipation Proclamation if freedom is what happens?
So no, we can't say, let's stop dividing people with the corrective policy. The corrective policy is helping something that has always existed, that's happening all the time. The problem is capitulating to right framework with, which I think was what you're doing here when you said the response to DEI is going to be negative.
Damn. Who cares about the end of Jim Crow and end of segregation if freedom is what happens?
I told you I have an issue with the policy itself. I think it divides us.
You haven't explained it.
Beta. This is the type of mindset that only happens to occur, that only happens to spontaneously arise when it comes to black people, when it comes to issues in this country pertaining to black Americans. I find it absolutely hilarious. He would never bring up such arguments when it came to gay marriage. He would never bring up such arguments when it came to trans rights. He would never bring up such arguments when it comes to universal health care, when it comes to maternity leave, any of that. But when it comes to black people, whoa. You see those people over there? They're upset about that, okay? It's divisive. It's divisive. You can miss me with this nonsense and Cenk can go straight to hell. Anyways, guys, that's a video. I don't want to hear it, bro. This man, I'm sick and tired of these liberals, these leftists, whatever you want to call them, who masquerade as, some arbiter of truth and morality, or hey, we've got the better way and we actually care about the American people. And at the end of the day, they're nothing but, a slow-cooked racist, bro. That's all they are. That if you push enough, you come to find mask off. You're no different from a Charlie Kirk and a Kunis Owens and the rest of them. There is no difference. Anyways, if you happen to disagree, you know where to find me.
Hey, look. And I'm not going to hold him. I'm not going to hold him. I know there might be some people that come around and be like, that's fucked up. It's not like that. I don't think he missed. I don't think he missed, yo. I don't think he missed at all. At all. Because that's usually how it goes. Everybody else can sit around here in this country and complain about their problems and what they think this and that was. And, you know, it's understood, you know, when all these so-called white folks was out here complaining about, you know, fucking, you know, these illegals taking their jobs and stuff, that was all perfectly fine. It wasn't no victim mentality. It wasn't no pick yourself up by the bootstraps. It was like, no, we need to get them the fuck up out of here. We need to stop them from coming. But when it's black people sitting around here saying that, you know, these people are discriminating against us. You know, we got a long history of them hanging us, lynching us, locking us up, putting us in prison, making us new age slaves, you know, all that stuff. They tell you, stop complaining, stop being a victim. Pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Well, guess what? We're going to give you the same energy that you gave us. Because I will say this, regardless of all the bad things that they have said about the black community, throughout the history of this country that they stole, black people have always been enemy number one. Not even the people you took it from. That's the crazy part. Y'all took it from somebody else. I know some of us was over here, but majority of the people over here were Native Americans. Like, bro, y'all took it from them and they not even agent number one. We're agent number one. Why are we agent number one? And a lot of black people need to start realizing why we are agent number one. Because they fear what we can be. Think about it. Think about all the shit they put us through. Like, really, I want y'all to really think about the history of black Americans in this country when white Europeans came here. Think of all the fucked up shit that our ancestors went through and what we go through still to this day. You think they could go through that? Like, really think about it. They don't understand how the fuck are they still here. That's why I always say, like, and people get mad at me when I was like, I compare people to insects, like different groups of people. And I say black people are like roaches. You could drop a nuclear bomb on us. He's still gonna be here.
Yeah. Like Morpheus said, we
still gonna be here, bro. Like, look, guys, people are like, dude, you can't deny it. And shout out to my girl, Miss Positive Vibes. Look, she did something. Lena, who that white girl in that picture? But she said, hey, Jay, love the show. Keep killing it. Hey, look, just be on standby. Don't tell nobody, but, you know, be on standby. You know, wink, wink. Am I winking? Can't see me. I'm winking. I think I'm winking. Yeah, be on standby. And shout out, look, man, I see y'all in the chat, y'all. I'm just not clicking on the chat tonight, man. Miss Brooks, I see you. Miss Books. Miss Books. It was Miss Books. I'll fuck that up. But look, I see all y'all. I see all y'all in the chat, y'all. We just trying to get to the content tonight because we got like 14 minutes to get to it, and we got to do our White Zaddy video. But Hurricane. And give me your thoughts on that shit right there, because I don't know what the fuck Chink on, bro. I understand, like, all these people that come from another country don't truly understand the history of America. They only know what the fuck they get taught on the way in, and then they might be a descendant of somebody else, so they don't really give two fucks about it. But, man, give me your thoughts on this shit, man, because that shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah, Chink retarded. Like, I think he should have backed out and gave the girl a shot to go at her, and she would have still lost too. Oh man, yep, shit horrible. But real shit, I think he's kind of naive. I don't think he knows. How do he run a show? Like, but he racist. Fucking get it out the way. I used to like Glenn Beck until I saw he do some questionable shit. I'm like, got a racist, bro. You Glenn Beck. Shit, wow. And there was a couple of cats. It was like, shit, dog, you racist, dog. That's why we the best news on the motherfucking net.
I ain't gonna hold you, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Look, I don't think that Chink is naive. I believe that a lot of people that come to this country. I'm just being real, man. I think a lot of people that come to this country, they black people and try to act like, okay, because they are in a better position. They don't even take into account that you actually get programs that a lot of Americans, period, not even just black people, don't have the opportunity to get or apply for. They actually get programs that we don't get. Business loans, FHA loans, all these different things that actually help them push themselves further. And they don't understand the history of black Americans in this country where we weren't allowed to get a lot of things. Like motherfuckers would go fight in World War I and World War II and couldn't even come back and get a GI Bill. It's like they don't even get that concept. Like if you lived in a certain area, you couldn't get a loan because the home you lived in right now was in a certain area code. It's like they don't understand these concepts. But through all our struggles, they were allowed to even come here. They don't get that. And it's by design. It's by design. It's all by design because the powers that be want everybody to look down on God's chosen folk. Man, look, God told us we're going to be persecuted. For the people that don't believe in the Bible, it is what it is, man. Take it for whatever you want. But in the good book, it talks about his people will go and be the fucking captives of it talks about these things. It talks about what the fuck we're going through right now. That's why you hear a lot of black folks in church talking about we're living in the last days. And we ain't living in the last days unless you wanted to say every day from now is gonna be the last days, because this shit ain't finna end no time soon. But we about to play the song, y'all. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready for White Zaddy? Like for real, man. We ain't came a long way, man. Like y'all ready for White Zaddy, bro? Cause we gotta play White Zaddy, bro. We gotta play White Zaddy, man. I'm tired of talking about these folk, bro, cause they already know what time it is when they come around here, man. Look, any white person that I fuck with, that's cool. I fuck with you, bro, on the individual level, man. I don't fuck with your group because the group done did a lot of fucked up shit, and we ain't got no fucking reparations for the shit that's been done. But any group. Y'all got to come correct. I'll deal with y'all on an individual level. But the rest of y'all, fuck all y'all. But we about to play White Zaddy. So everybody get ready, man. Go ahead, man. Look, get ready to dance. We about to do it. Shout out to Abby and Preach. I hope this is their actual real song all the way through. But either way, though, let's see.
Address the white shit, boy. Address the White Zaddy shit, boy. Articulate that in a way where everybody will understand Charlie Kirk, my White Zaddy.
Yeah, it's about to go down.
He won't.
White Zaddy, my White Zaddy. Why Charlie Kirk is my White Zaddy? Why you gotta be a White Zaddy? Kirk, my daddy. I could care less.
Dance, nigga. Dance. God damn. Hey, he don't want to dance. Fuck you.
White Zaddy, my White Zaddy. Why Charlie Kirk is my White Zaddy? Why you gotta be a White Zaddy? Kirk, my daddy.
Man, I got this shit going a little too fast, man. Hold up. We got to start it over, bro. I think I got it a little too fast. Now, we got to get that shit to regular speed, y'all. We got to really take this in right here, man. We got to get that real White Zaddy up in here,
right.
bro.
Rewind. Trapaholics.
Hey, man, y'all already know what time it is. One more time, y'all. Let's go.
Address the white shit, boy. Address the White Zaddy shit, boy. Articulate that in a way where everybody will understand Charlie Kirk, my White Zaddy. He won't.
That's the beat right there. Yeah. Slow it down a little bit.
White Zaddy.
White Zaddy.
Why Charlie Kirk is my White Zaddy?
White Zaddy.
Why you gotta be a White Zaddy? Kirk, my daddy.
All right, now. White Zaddy coming through.
Care less. Yeah. This can get White Zaddy.
White Zaddy.
Yeah. Why Charlie Kirk is my White Zaddy?
Hey.
Why you gotta be a White Zaddy?
Hey.
Kirk, my
White Hey, can't show that. Goddamn, that look like it hurt.
Right.
Hey.
I gotta be a wise daddy. Yeah. Kirk, my daddy. Wise daddy. Why Charlie Kirk is my wise daddy. I gotta be a wise daddy.
Stupid. Checkmate, motherfucker.
Hold on.
Next week, every Monday, bitches. Don't fucking play with me. Rest in peace.
Checkmate, motherfucker.
Checkmate. Yeah, favorite color is 5.
Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in the bag of chips, man. We gonna catch y'all in the next one as always, man. And do not have yourself a white motherfucking zaddy, bitch. That's all we got. I'll catch y'all next week.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.